Hi everybody, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Debbie.
We're from the Normal Paranormal Group. And today is 5 Things Wednesday. And today we're going to talk about souls, the soul,
the aura, the electromagnetic energy field,
astral projection,
and are the eyes the windows to the soul?
Yes, we have a lot to talk about today. Very interesting subject because it's controversy in its way. Is there a soul? Is there not a soul? Well, they actually have an engineer whose name is Barbara Greening from NASA. And she actually says there is weight to a soul.
There's weight to auras.
And there's a weight to auras.
Yes.
And the weight to a soul, they're saying, is
21 grams.
Which equals to
5 nickels.
Hummingbird.
And a candy bar.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And you've probably seen it on probably a couple shows or like The Unknown or something in Facts that when way back then when people died, that scientists actually weighed the body before they died, and then they weighed it right after they died, and they noticed a difference in weight.
It's not only the weight. There's been actual evidence of them seeing the soul,
yes,
leaving the body.
And that's not just people. We're talking animals too.
But the soul has color.
Would you believe that?
Colors,
yes, color.
And bright lights.
It's a light. Your soul is a light.
And yes, there have been people who've witnessed this.
Very interesting.
Yes. And auras, they're a electromagnetic field that surrounds our body, and they determine our health. If your colors are off, they actually are making machines now that could see your aura.
Very interesting.
And there are people out there blessed to be able to
see
this.
See the aura itself.
Yes, my daughter was one when she was younger. She could see auras. And the only thing you don't want is black auras because it's illness and death.
Or somebody that's really sick or on drugs.
Well, you will have like holes.
There's holes. It's crazy.
They're almost like vortexes, little vortexes, like openings like open wounds on a body, but they're open wounds on the aura, which need to be healed. So they go to people like Reiki healing.
That's right. They heal. They help heal. People have meditations. They have special candles, special crystals.
Salt rooms.
Yes, they have soft baths. They actually send you there, like the Dead Sea Scrolls, or not the Dead Sea Scrolls, I mean the Dead Sea. There's like people like to bathe in it because you float. It's the salt. So there's many different methods of trying to heal one's body.
Yes, and the soul is connected to a silver cord. Now, your soul can leave its body.
It's called astro
projection or astral walking, okay? This is where you're laying there and your soul goes up towards the ceiling, but it's connected by the silver cord.
You don't see this.
You don't see it. Right. It's like an umbilical cord. And you could travel out to space. You could travel around the world. You could travel to your kid's house.
The only thing bad about the astral projection when you have this cord, that if someone wakes you up or something happens, you could break that cord and you will die.
Right. You don't want that. And the only, other than the other danger is walk-ins. You have souls, negative souls, that are searching for a body to inhabit.
That's right.
So it can be a dangerous thing if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
But I'm one of those people who have experienced astral projection. When I was a little girl, I seen myself on the ceiling, looking down at myself, holding my dog. And other people have seen this. And then if you think...
it's like flying. Some people experience the freedom of flying in the air.
Right, walking through, you can
Yeah.
walk through walls. You could do anything
Right.
like,
You're
like
a
a
spirit.
ghost.
It's like
You're,
a ghost.
you're
You're
a spirit. You know, the difference between our spirit and an earthly spirit that's earthbound.
Right.
We're in a body. Our house is our body. They have no body, no house. So, in a way, it's like being in purgatory. You're not on that side, you're not on this side.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes ghosts different than a spirit.
You're in the middle.
Yeah, a spirit could come from heaven and warn you about stuff. They could come in your dreams and go home, go back where they're at. Where a ghostly spirit is earthbound, it's stuck between worlds.
That's right.
And this is not a good thing,
Nope.
because you would hope and pray they would find their way back to where they belong,
That's
so
because
their
of-
soul
right.
could progress.
And that's due to sudden death. They didn't expect to die, and their souls just like, and once they leave, they don't know what happened to them. So they have to be directed.
And then they see our eyes.
Oh my God, it's
Our
true.
eyes are the window to the soul.
Yes, it is.
This helps us connect with other souls. We don't recognize each other's bodies, but our souls recognize each other's souls. And then you got to ask yourself this question: what about the black-eyed children?
That's right.
And what
What
about
the demons with the red eyes?
are they soulless?
Yeah, they have to be soulless. You would think so.
Right.
Because when you look at someone, you know by looking at them about their energy. You know, you're actually feeling this their soul.
You're feeling them.
You're feeling them. You met somewhere before, and you just know. And like I said, there's some people you meet that you really get along with, and there's some people who you can't.
And there's been some people who've seen angelic beings with the bluest of blue eyes.
That's right.
You would ever see. And or even alien beings. I mean, maybe the Greys, the aliens, give you the heebie-jeebies because of those big black eyes. Like, what's behind those eyes? What do they see?
So there's so many questions, and I mean, if you believe, if you don't believe, but there's something there that tells us something that we do have souls. I really believe we have souls, and I believe we do travel in packs. Our souls travel
In
together
in groups. And with the medical field studying this now, and come on, they themselves now say there's a soul. They themselves say, yes, your aura has weight to it. It's a magnetic energy field. This earth has a magnetic energy field around it. But what they're going to do in the future, in the medical field, they're going to start connecting the dots. Your body, your spirit, your soul, your mind, your aura, and your soul, everything as a whole. There won't be this separate entity anymore.
No.
Okay? They're going to treat the whole being, which is us.
Have you experienced astral walking? Have you experienced seeing auras? Share your stories. There's people out there. Don't be afraid, because it's very interesting. Like I said, Debbie Astro projected, and I says, and sometimes you can see someone's aura, and it's like very interesting.
Or sometimes,
Or looking at someone's eyes, you just know who they are.
definitely. And sometimes if you see something in the house, it might not be a ghost. It might be someone astral projecting.
Yeah, because there was a story about this woman who kept on going to this one house, and
Oh, that's right.
and she kept on going there and going, and like in a dream. And one day this house was up for sale, and she went there, and when the woman opened the door, she almost fell over. She goes, "You're the ghost that comes in my house every night. I see you." And she was shocked to hear what the woman was astral walking into this woman's house, because it was meant for her to get that house.
Right.
So that her soul was attracted to that house for some odd reason.
And it makes me wonder, like, Sandy and I always have the same dreams about our old house. And it was haunted. And still to this day, we've been away from that house for decades and decades. And still to this day, we find ourselves in that house. And it makes you wonder if the people are seeing us.
They might.
Well, it's worth checking into, maybe.
Yes. Well, with that, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Debbie. Oh, your dogs have souls.
Your animals.
Everything on this planet has a soul.
Plants.
And aura.
And aura. Plants,
Everything
insects,
is living. It's
birds.
all the way down to the micro.
That's right. Just remember that.
On this planet.
Everything has a soul.
Everything has a soul.
A light to
and
it.
everything returns.
That's right. Everything.
And in saying that, we'll see you next Wednesday
For our
with
next Five Things
Wednesday.
I'm Sandy.
And I'm Debbie.
We're from the Normal Paranormal Group.
Until then.
Bye.
Bye.